It's your girl Christina Carmel, and we are back with another episode of VIP Unlocked. And we have super producer, DJ, creative, just the absolute guy, Afrolektra. How are you?
Yo, Christina, I'm good. I'm just grateful. Yeah,
I've been like off camera, like I've been telling you like what you've done, like show banker. Please, that tune.
Yeah.
Like when I was told that you were coming on the show, I was just like, okay, like you need to break down how you did it, because the infusion of Afro beats and high life and like the Ghana sound with amapiano, madness. How did you do that?
Yeah, I mean, so this was an idea that was brought up by Omar Sterling, you know, half of R2B. So I've been working with them for about 3 years.
Okay.
So we're working on the album, the recent one, Back to Basics, and this whole amapiano thing had been there. Like it was big in like December 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really big.
Yeah.
So getting back into the studio just to release the album, we're like, okay, there are a couple of sounds we need to work on, and then this was one of the sounds. It was actually, we're just thinking of amapiano.
Yeah.
But it started becoming a lot, so we're like, okay, how can we make something different? You know, and then we started thinking about ideas, brainstorming, and then we're thinking, okay, why don't we merge high life? Because you know, when you think about it, I mean, amapiano, when you listen to amapiano, you could even hear some elements of like Ghana high life, you know? So I was like, okay, I could do this. It would sound interesting. So I started doing my research into high life. I started learning high life patterns, you know.
Okay. So this was something that you had to like study?
I had to research.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to actually research and learn like the various like variations of high life, you know, how people come up with like acoustic guitar lines, bass guitar lines, the trumpets and everything to do with high life. And yeah, do
you know what, that makes sense that you had to study it, because to infuse two sounds like that so seamlessly that you did it, I always wondered like, how the hell did you do that and make it sound so clean? And it's almost like, because you know it's two complete different sounds.
It is.
And you've made it flow and like balance each other. I said, what show banker.
Yeah. I'm just grateful and humbled that I could get that fusion and get it out. I mean, it's was that like one of your musical like challenges put in? It wasn't actually a challenge. I've loved high life. I've loved jam up music. I've loved you could even hear when you're in December, you have this these kind of festivals in Takoradi and Tema where they have the masquerades. So you have that brass band thing. So if you listen carefully, you have that same thing in there. So this is a thing that I've been learning. Like it's been around me like since childhood. So it was just a time to like put it out, and I mean it just came in the right form. So it was pretty seamless. Yeah.
And you've been producing for like many different artists.
I have.
Who's your favorite?
Or
who do you enjoy? Let's do enjoy, because we don't want to do favorites. Don't want to mess up your...
I can't mention favorites. I think each artist brings something unique to the table. So I can't mention favorites, but I mean like, I've done work with R2Bs, Mugi's Omar Sterling, I've done work with Sarkodie, I've done work with Chris Arthur, I have some stuff with AFROLEXTRA out, Manifest, so I mean.
Who's brought you like the biggest like challenge where you've had to really like tap into yourself to create?
I think that would be Omar Sterling. I mean, working on his debut album, Same Yet Different Worlds. So I did like half of the album, that's production, and I did the mixing too. So that's like 20 tracks, so I did like 10. So I'm not really, my mainstay is not hip hop. So I had to start learning like vintage hip hop stuff.
Okay, because that's the direction he's going.
So he does a lot of like Wu-Tang style beats. So like you should listen to it. It goes really hard. So I had to do like a lot of listening. So like hip hop, old school hip hop, and I mean it's not something I really love, but because it's production, I had to just pick it up and like steady. I think production itself, you just have to research and steady. That's how you stay above the water. I mean,
So then what is your favorite genre then, if that's not your favorite?
I do a fusion of electronic music and African pop. basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so that's your comfort zone.
I wouldn't say it's my comfort zone. That's basically what.
Where you're at.
That's why I have the name Afrolektra.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Yeah.
So where did your first love for music start?
Whew. That's difficult. Yeah, I mean, definitely church and basic school. Yeah, church and basic school, because church, I wouldn't stay for Sunday school. I'll go and be at the main service, and then I'll be beside the band.
Oh, really?
Just listening, yeah. And then in basic school too, we had the brass band. Yeah, they had just formed the brass band, and I was like one of the first ones to be a part of it. So, I mean, I think those are like heavy influences. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, heavy influences.
I just find like obviously how you are able to like create, and your creativity, like where does that come from? Where does like what place do you have to like tap into to get creative?
I mean, it's a whole. It's funny. It's not just one. I think I tap into nature a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I tap into color.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very big for me. I mean, I'd say nature in itself. I mean, for example, with Sure Banker, at the time I did the trumpets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I finished doing the trumpets and I had to cut it and get into the record, I was like, you know what? Let me go to the beach.
Really?
Yeah. So I did the final parts of the trumpet, like putting the trumpets, the sections there. I did at the beach. Yeah, so beautiful. I was like, stuff. Okay, yeah. So it always varies, but I mean, I like to be close to nature, and I think darkness too. Yeah, it also helps with the vibes.
No, but listen. I'm sorry, but you see this song, yeah, Sure Banker. It's such a spiritual like.
It is.
It's such a spiritual. When it comes on, like the first couple beats, and it's like the.
There's not really any melodies. There's just like a bass and then the kick.
It comes from such a spiritual like place, and it like it's hard to explain where it like it's weird because it comes from the feet. Does that make sense?
Yes. I mean, it's the low end, so your feet move
like,
first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then it just like it goes up, and then it's like.
Yeah, the energy sucks you in.
And that to me is beyond the studio. Do you see what I'm saying? That comes from a different place, like mentally, internally. And that's why I was just like, whoever created this here, the producer for this, is a different type of person.
I'm humbled. I'm humbled and grateful. I mean,
you have to tap into your like core being. To really create like that.
Yeah. If you haven't lived and experienced a certain part of things, I mean, I don't think you'll be able to make such a thing. So, I mean,
because you need to be able to understand each sound like culturally to be able to balance and infuse the music together. Oof, like I was like yes when you were coming onto the show. So who would you love to work with?
I mean, I do a lot of EDM. So coming up when I started learning, so I started learning from like 2010. Yeah. So at that time there was David Guetta like coming up, just around 2010, 2012. Yeah. And then around 2013, 2014, I fell in love with Skrillex more, and then I think about 2015 it was like Major Lazer. So I mean, I draw a lot of inspiration from electronic music too. So they are like the kind of people who really inspire me. So you're almost like you're mentally like outside of the country, and so you're thinking outside of the pond. Because none of these people are from Ghana. No, it's not like I don't even like to work with them, but I mean, like doing a lot of world music, it really excites me. It really excites me.
Yeah, I can see you doing like a Coachella type.
Of course.
Yeah, like that's your energy type festivals, like big festivals. Yeah. Like where do you see yourself like taking this, like producing and like music and working with like artists and stuff? Like where do you see yourself taking this?
I mean, I just want to be a part of people who are able to change the narrative that, I mean, Ghana music is mediocre and people don't really take sound serious here. I just want to be a part of the people who are able to change that narrative and take it to the world and let people hear the various sounds we have. Because I think we have brilliant stuff over here. I think it's very, very, very raw and untapped. So I think bringing a lot of fusion together, I mean, we could take it across the globe. It's really big, but people really don't know. So I mean,
do you think we have the mindset to do it?
It's coming. It's coming slowly and steadily. It's coming. I mean, I think for a long time it wasn't there, but I think people are starting to get sensitized. So it'll take a while, but people are getting the hang of it. So yeah.
Because when I heard, so I went to the like R2B's listening party, right?
Yeah.
And when I heard a lot
you were
of the
there?
tracks, yeah, I was there. Yeah.
Mad.
I think at that time, I had just come like a week before.
Okay.
So then it was like I got the invite like quick, and then like I went, because I wasn't even sure around that time if I was really going outside or I was gonna be an indoor. Like I didn't know where I was at. So that was one of the first events I actually went to.
Awesome.
And when I heard the music, I was like, when I heard the album, I was like really surprised because it was very different for them.
Yes. There was a lot of experimentation.
Exactly. There was a lot.
Yeah.
I do kind of wish like more marketing would have gone like into it, because I feel like that is a worldly album.
Yes,
I think that was a worldly album, and that should have been a lot bigger than it was for whatever reason. I feel like they're very like relaxed. Like I know like with Omar, he was saying at the time, like, you know, he'll put out music and then he just wants to like chill.
Yeah,
like,
and he's done it for a very long time.
That has been the way. Whether that's helpful or not to the industry.
Well, I mean, everybody's playing their little part, so.
But then it's like I said, that album, worldly album. And especially like with the way now talking to you and the way your mindset is, it's all aligned.
Yes,
yeah, because you think the same way.
Exactly.
Who, like outside of the pond, would you like to work with?
Ooh.
I can see you doing like a Doja Cat, you know.
Yeah, I really like Doja Cat stuff. I've been on it for like a while, just recently. But I mean, yeah, I was actually introduced by Afrolektra to like
really?
her music.
Yeah,
because she really loves Doja Cat too. So
yeah,
so she's fire. But I mean, I like to pay attention to the greats too. So I mean, you know, Salif Keita. I love Salif Keita a lot. I love Angelique Kidjo a lot. Yeah, so like these are people who I really want to work with. Yeah, it's crazy.
Would you ever like become like an artist?
I do release music as a DJ. Yeah.
Would you do like an album and like a full, like would you go immerse yourself in, or you just like where you're at?
I'm actually working on my first EP.
Oh, so you are?
Yes.
So it's coming?
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I think I'm creating a lot of new stuff, so I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
Are you a bit nervous, or not really?
To release music, first time, yes, a lot.
Because you're going
crazy.
to be on the other side. How's that feeling like?
I think I'll just take it as it comes. I'll just take it as it comes.
Do you think the consumers will understand it?
I think there's a market for what I'm doing. Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. I think even if not here, somewhere
there is a ready market. Yeah.
Will understand your sound, and that will kind of pivot you to where you want to be. So then, knowing that you are a worldly person with worldly sounds, then do you see yourself like living and remaining in Ghana?
Ghana's home. I mean, even if I have to do like stuff in Brazil, I would always come back.
But would you stay here permanently?
Permanently, definitely.
You don't sound too sure.
No, I mean, like there's just something about Ghana. I mean, in as much as there's a lot of like pressure, you know, especially Accra and like the hustle and bustle. I think there's always something different about Accra, which makes it an easy place to be. In as much as like it's not that cool, but I mean, Accra is Accra. Trust me. Yeah.
Do you, as a producer, do you feel like you get your accolades for your music? Is it appreciated as your role as a producer? Do you think it's appreciated?
I think it is. Yeah. Coming out doing like a couple of records. When I actually started, I put out, so the first song I did with R2Bs was Yawa featuring Sarkodie. Yeah, so it wasn't, like I didn't get that kind of buzz. So I was like, okay, cool. Because I don't really like to think of like accolades personally. I just like to just think about the work and how we can contribute and how we can put on the next generation. So for me, it's just being in that motion, So I don't really think.
But obviously now you're going to be an artist.
Yeah.
So you need a bit of that, like, what's the word? Like that bit of light on you.
Most definitely. Because
it's a numbers game.
It is.
And now you're stepping in the front line of those you have worked with, and you've watched them do it. Now it's your turn.
I mean, when it comes to marketing, you'd have to market. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a big, like, I wouldn't say a big fan, but are you like heavy on marketing? Because you know some people here they're very relaxed when it comes to it.
It is key. Yeah, it's key. You can't exchange it for anything. You cannot.
No, but here you came and you were on time and you were ready.
Yeah, I mean, it's all part of it.
It is all part of it, and we appreciate your contributions to the. I feel like you're going to bring such fire to the game, and you're going to switch up the narrative.
Right.
You're one of those people that is going to switch up the narrative of Ghana music.
Right.
Because the way your sound is, it's so diverse.
Yeah.
It's so diverse. It's so diverse. It's almost bigger than us.
Ooh, it's even bigger than me. I just think I'm a part of the puzzle. I mean, I'm not even like the main.
And you don't even know your full potential yet. That's the thing. Like as I'm looking at you like this, I'm like, you don't even know what you're capable of.
Yeah.
So what can we expect? Obviously the EP's coming out. So what can we expect in the future?
Definitely the EP. Definitely.
Do you have a date?
Pardon me?
A date for the EP?
It's coming in summer. It's coming somewhere in summer.
Okay, you kept that very broad. Okay, summer. Okay, cool.
Yeah, summer. Yeah. So about June, July.
Okay.
August. Yeah. So I mean, moving from that, definitely some touring.
Okay, I was just gonna ask you. Yeah.
So definitely some touring.
Okay.
And I mean, we'll move from there.
No, I'm like really excited. Do some like some big shows in Ghana. Like I really want to see like I need to see your like everywhere. I need to see your energy everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to.
Because you're one to watch out for. I feel like people need to watch out for you because you're coming. I'm
really, really humbled. I'm really grateful. Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for you for sitting with me. We need to like, when the EP comes up, we're going to do this again.
Yeah.
And we're going to break it all down.
I'd love to.
And really tap in.
I'd love to.
Thank you but listen, thank you for your contributions to music. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Because ask anyone, when that song comes on.
I've seen reactions. It's crazy. Yeah, it is.
I just can't believe it never really came out as like a head single, like a headlining single song. It was just on the album. So it's like, if you know, you know. But do you know what's so funny as well? Is like, even though it was on the body of work, it was picked out of the album. Like people literally picked it out because it's one of the big ones.
Yeah, even on Spotify.
Yeah.
Actually, when we check the metrics, it's really big. You should have
put that out first. Like, but everything happens for a reason.
It is.
Thank you for sitting with me. We will do this again.
Thank you too. Yeah.
I'm your girl, Christina Carmel, and we have sat down on VIP Unlocked. Make sure you tune in again for another episode, and we will be back soon.